Hello! Pete's Packs here, and we're back with our 5th Play Booster box from Final Fantasy X Magic the Gathering. Also, I've gotten a few questions about this directly, so I'm also going to cover the specific drop rates as they describe them on the Final Fantasy Collecting Magic the Gathering site from WotC. So, this is a Play Booster box, which has 30 booster packs in it. Each of those packs contains the following: 14 magic cards. Of those 14, there are 6 to 7 commons. In 1/3 of play boosters, one of the commons will be replaced by a card from the Final Fantasy Throughout the Ages bonus sheet. That's this style card that I've pulled off to the side. Cards on the bonus sheet aren't found in the wild card or traditional foil slot in play boosters. They are in collector boosters, though. So you receive an uncommon 63.25% of the time, a rare 29.75% of the time, or a mythic rare 7% of the time. There are no commons in that slot. There's 3 uncommons, guaranteed. Of those, 0.3% will be a double-faced uncommon borderless woodblock or borderless character card. One of those uncommons, Sid Timeless Artificer, has 15 different alternate art variants. Sid Timeless Artificer appears at the same rate as other uncommons, and all variants of the card at equal rates. Since there are 109 uncommons that can appear in this slot, any given uncommon has a 0.9% chance to be Sid Timeless Artificer. Then there's one wild card of any rarity from the main set of Final Fantasy, Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy, and you can receive a common 16.7% of the time, an uncommon 58.3% of the time, same proportion as above, a borderless woodblock common 2.6% of the time, borderless woodblock or borderless character uncommon 5.7% of the time, or a rare or mythic rare at 16.7%, same proportion as below. So the woodblock, I've got one, at least one in here. So these are the woodblock commons and uncommons. We actually have 2 of them here. That's one of the borderless character cards. Okay, so that covers the wild card slot. Then one non-foil rare or mythic rare, default frame rate 80% or mythic rare 10%, borderless rare 8% or mythic rare 1%. So that covers 99% at that point. A Final Fantasy artist rare at 0.5% or a mythic rare at 0.5%. So the Final Fantasy artist rare or mythic together make up 1%. Then in the 13th slot, we have a traditional foil card, default frame common 55.75%, uncommon 35.9%. So 55.75 for the common, 35.9% for the rare, 5.5% for the rare, and then the mythic is 0.75%, so 0.75%. Booster Fun common, 0.1%, uncommon 0.5%, rare 1%, or mythic rare 0.25%. So those are the artist variants, things like that. And then there's the 1 of 15 Sid variants at 0.25%. Okay, then we have one land. So it's going to be a common 2-color land, so one of the towns, like these, at 55%, or a basic land, either borderless or not borderless, full art or regular frame at 45%. Actually, I don't think the regular frames are even in here. I think they are all just borderless. Let's see. Not borderless, full art. Jeez. Yeah, they're all full art for the basics in the play boosters. And then the card is a traditional foil 20% of the time. And then the last slot is the non-foil token or art card. There's a double-sided token 65%, an art card 30% of the time. On a stamped art card, 5%. So these are the double-sided tokens. And then we've got our art cards right here. And these stamped art cards are also in here. 5% is about right. So stamped art card. So those are the different rates for the play booster boxes. So with that covered, that took a little bit longer than I intended it to. Let's get into box 5. And I'll be honest, I feel that they should have put these as showcases like they used to do, so guaranteed one in every pack. I'm not a big fan of going down to 14 cards in booster packs. I think that is inherently anti-consumer. So, but they've been doing a lot of things like that in the last couple of years. Got our pack topper. These have shifted around a bit. So we got packs. Oh, there's an extra pack in here. Yeah, 1 through 10. This also looks like there's an extra pack. Oh, except there's not. 11 to 20. It's this one down here that it shifted. And 21 to 30. Shift that over ever so slightly so we can see the edges of those packs. And get started with pack 1. I feel like I should have like a pack shoe, like a card shoe to go off of. Let's see, we have Hadolin, the Mother Crystal, art card, full art foil Swamp, Dwarven Castle Guard foil, the Masamune, very nice. Let's see, 264. That is our third copy of the Masamune. Oh, I forgot to empty my commons and uncommons. One moment, I'm going to pause the video and clean that up. Apologies there, I meant to do that after going over the rates, because I wanted examples of things, but I forgot to actually stop and do that. We've got our uncommons. And our commons. Alright, pack 2. Have another art card, Genova, Ancient Calamity. Stamped, very nice. Rabanastre, Royal City, foil. Commune with Beavers, foil. Wait, I mixed things up. Ah! Masamune there. Foils there. Those are basics. Summoner's Grimoire. Very nice. 205. That is our second Summoner's Grimoire. We have our uncommons. And our commons. Pack 3. Yeah. If you ever have a question about drop rates, MSRPs, things like that, I'm always happy to share. To share that information. Glacial Greens, art card. Gaganga, Reactor Town. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum, foil. Kuja, Genome Sorcerer, 232. Let's see, that is our third Kuja. We have our uncommons. And our commons. Pack 4. We have a Hero Treasure Token. Full Art Foil Island. Very nice. Absolute Virtue Foil. Very nice. 212. That is our second Absolute Virtue. We have a Endwalker, Brainstorm. Nice. Gilgamesh, Master at Arms. 139. That is our third Gilgamesh. I remember the challenge of turning Gilgamesh into... It's either Yojimbo into Gilgamesh or Gilgamesh into Yojimbo in Final Fantasy VIII, and that was always a fun little challenge. We have our uncommons and our commons. There was one where you got that the percent chance of it showing up, and it would just instant kill the opponents. Pack 5. We have a hero token and a chocobo. Full Art Mountain. Travel the Overworld foil. Affinity for Towns. That's a fun one. Xenos Egalvis. Or Yegalvis. There's, of course, Shinryu. Transcendent Rival on the back. 127. That is our third Xenos. We have our uncommons. And our commons. Pack 6. A hero with a copy on the back. Full Art Plains. Foil World Map. Dark Confidant. Very nice. 94. This is our third Dark Confidant. I do prefer the older art with Belmar. But it is what it is. We have our uncommons, our commons. And on to pack 7. We have Terra, Herald of Hope. Nice art card. Full Art Plains, side quest Hunt for the Mark. Dion, Bahamut's Dominant, 16. That is our fourth copy of Dion. Arden, the Usurper. Let's see, 89. That is our sixth Arden, the Usurper. We have Zidane, Tantalus Thief. Very nice. 405 for this version. Since it's not a rare, put it with the other showcases. We have our uncommons. And our commons. Pack 8. We have a hero Knight token. Full Art Waste. Very nice. Demon Wall. Baron Rivalry. Deadly Dispute. Which is unfortunately banned in Pauper, where it was played the most. Let's see. 59. Louisu's Sacrifice. That is our fourth Louisu's Sacrifice. And we have Renoa Hartley. Wait, she's an uncommon. Never mind. Got our uncommons. Our commons. And my brain is fried. It's been a long work week. Pack 9. We have a hero treasure token. Gone, Town of Ruin. Foil Grand Pulse Ochu. Another Arden the Usurper. This is the Borderless Showcase. 315 for this version. Normal version is 89. That is our 7th Arden. Then we have our uncommons. And our commons. I noticed Laughing Mad is a functional reprint of another card earlier today that is played in Pauper. I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. Pack 10. With Dion, Bahamut's Dominant, stamped art card. Very nice. Full Art Island, So nice. Foil Summon Guardian Force Ifrit. The Water Crystal, 85. That is our second copy of the Water Crystal. We have our uncommons and our commons. On to our second stack with pack 11s. We have a Chocobo token and a Wizard token. Vector, Imperial Capital, put that with common towns. Summon Choco Mog, very nice. Astral Titan, which is Primeval Titan, very nice. That's our second one of those. Oh, we got the Borderless Water Crystal. Oh, yeah. Final Fantasy 3. Too bad it's not the foil one, but the regular Borderless is just gorgeous. Let's see, normal version of the Water Crystal we just opened, which is 85. This version is 333, and that is our third Water Crystal. Alright, then we have our uncommons and our commons. Dirty Dozen, pack 12. We have a hero token that is also a all-color elemental token. Forest. Vane's Treachery. A Promise Fulfilled, light up the stage. Very nice. Stiltskin, Moogle Merchant, 34. As our fourth Stiltskin. We have our uncommons and our commons. I will say they should have put one of these in every pack. The more I open, the more I feel they should have done that. Lucky 13. Chocobo, Wizard token. Full Art Foil Plains. Clive's Hideaway, foil, nice. From Final Fantasy 14. Or 16? Final Fantasy 16? Yeah. Yeah, 16. 275. There's our second copy of Clive's Hideaway. A Realm Reborn, 196. And that is our third copy of A Realm Reborn. Nice triple rare pack. Vaughn, Street Thief from Final Fantasy 12, 168. That is our second copy of Vaughn. We have our uncommons and our commons. 14. A hero food token. Windhurst Federation Center. Foil Diamond Weapon. Very nice. Shadowbringers, which is Dovin's Veto. Very nice. Zodiark Umbral God from Final Fantasy 14. Let's see, 128. I remember Zodiark also being the bad guy in one of the other games. We have our uncommons and our commons. $15. We have Golbez Crystal Collector art card. Charlayan, Nation of Scholars. Nice. Foil Magic Pot. Squall Leonhardt. Of course, from Final Fantasy VIII. But it's Danitha Capuchin Paragon. Nice. Lightning Army of One. Let's see. 233. That is our first Lightning Army of One. Funny enough, a friend of mine got 2 of these in their pre-release kit, and then 2 more in their prize packs. at the pre-release. Uncommons and commons. Sweet 16. We have a Shulta, Knights Blessed. Card. Baron, Airship Kingdom. Shahagan from Final Fantasy XIV, foil. Lindblom, Industrial Regency. From Final Fantasy IX, let's see, 285. That is our first Lindblom. Yep. That was our first Lindblom. We have our uncommons and our commons. I will say there are far too many rares in this set, just broadly. 17. There are over 100, which is a little silly. Hero Robot Warrior token. Full Art Island, Paladin's Arms, foil. Warrior of Light, Joda the Unifier. Very nice. Look at that. Of course, from Final Fantasy 1. Let's see if we can get that to focus a little better. Look at that. Very nice. That beautiful Yoshitaka Amano art. Then we have an Absolute Virtue to go with it. Now, focus. And I have got to set up the new camera. 212. This is our third Absolute Virtue. We have our uncommons and our commons. Oh, that was a town. Which I believe is just strictly better than Radiant Fountain, because if I remember correctly, I can't remember, does Radiant Fountain enter tapped? I know they both gain you 2 life. I think this might just be a strictly better Radiant Fountain. Alright, pack 18. Don't forget to register to vote if you're in the United States. Midterms will be here sooner than you think. Hero Wizard token. Insomnia, Crown City. Unexpected Request, foil. Jumbo Cactar, very nice, 191. That is our second Jumbo Cactar. We have our uncommons and our commons. Let's see, 19. Have we pulled a VV yet? We have not. Let's see, Hero, Treasure Token, Full Art Mountain, Queen Brawny, Noctis Lucius Callum, Kenrith the Returned King. Very nice. Card that was in need of reprint and just a really cool card to load that up on. Of course, from Final Fantasy 15. Then we have a Summon Leviathan. It's the woodblock one too. Let's see, 361 for this version. Normal version of Summon Leviathan is in here somewhere. Let's see, it'll be one of the wide ones. Summon Leviathan, 77. That is our first Summon Leviathan. Wow, this is just a really, really good pack. We have the Borderless Anime Crystal Fragments as well. Very nice. Then we have our uncommons and our commons. 20. Pack 20. Rounding out the second stack. We have a Hero Food Token. Very nice. Guadasalam, Farplane Gateway. Hilgigas. Foil. Battle at the Big Bridge. Very nice. The nice Fatal Push. I love this art. Of course, from Final Fantasy V. Golbez, Crystal Collector from Final Fantasy IV, 225. That is our third Golbez. We have our uncommons and our commons. On to our third stack with 21. Which one? 21. Hero, Treasure Token, Full Art Swamp, Chocobo Kick, foil. Then we have Wild Rose Rebellion, Counterspell. Beautiful. Of course, from Final Fantasy II. We get Vincent Valentine, 125. That is our third Vincent Valentine. We have our uncommons and our commons. Two. It's 22. We have Sen, Spira's Punishment, art card. Very nice. Gone, Town of Ruin. Namazu Trader, foil. Then From Father to Son. Final Fantasy 15, where his dad gives him the car, which is the Regalia. 20. That is our first From Father to Son. Hey, we got a Sid. Our uncommons and our commons. $23. We have Genova, Ancient Calamity. Card. Full Art Forest. Gladiusless. Amicita. Or Amicitia. That's a hard name. Balam Garden, Seed Academy from Final Fantasy VIII. 272. This is our second Balam Gardens. Very nice. We have our uncommons and our commons. If you know which one, what is it? Laughing Mad is a functional reprint of, like it's an identical reprint of that card. I feel like it was from Crimson Vow or Midnight Hunt. I can't remember the name of it. Leave it in the comments. All right. 24. Hero, Robot Warrior Token. Gungaga, Reactor Tone. Mysidian Elder from Final Fantasy VI. Foil. Astrologian's Planisphere. Apparently has spiked 46. That is our second copy of Astrologian's Planisphere. We have our uncommons and our commons. 25. Astrologian's Planisphere art card. Very funny. Full Art Mountain. Ignis Scientia? Scientia? That sounds right. Hey! Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. Very nice. 115. That is our third Sephiroth. Kain, Traitorous Dragoon from Final Fantasy IV. 105. This would have been a fantastic sealed pack. That is our third Kain. And an anima. Summon anima. Our uncommons and our commons. Marlboro 2. Wow. Been a good, really good black-green pack. 26. Hero Moogle, Baron Airship Kingdom foil, Dragoon's Lance foil, Lucas Stadium, Strixhaven Stadium. Very nice. Of course, used from Final Fantasy X, where they play Blitzball, if I remember correctly. Cloud, Midgar Mercenary, number 10. That is our first Cloud. Very nice. Of course, one of the main characters from Final Fantasy VII. Sorceress's Schemes, which has a really funny infinite that you can do with it on its own. In standard at the moment. I don't think it'll stick around post-rotation, but uncommons and our commons. Right. 27. A hero wizard token. Gone, Town of Ruin foil. The Golden Saucer foil. The Wandering Minstrel. 249. That is our third copy of the Wandering Minstrel. Torgal, a Fine Hound. Woodblock. Our uncommons. And our commons. 28. We have a hero bird token, so chocobo token. Trino, Dark City. Thunder Magic, very nice. Midgar, City of Mako. 286. That is our second Midgar, City of Mako. Memories Returning. I don't remember this one. From Final Fantasy VIII, I remember the Memories Returning thing, but like the scene in the game. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library, put one in your hand, then choose an opponent. They put one on the bottom of your library, then you put one into your hand, then they put one on the bottom of your library, put the other into your hand. Oh, that is interesting. And then flashback for 9, 63. That is our first Memories Returning. I'm probably going to have to pick up some extra copies of that, because that seems very powerful. Our uncommons and our commons. 29. Getting to the end of the third stack. Jill, Shiva's Dominant. Art card. Very nice. Rabanastre, Royal City. Cornered by Black Mages, 4. Search for the Frozen Esper, which is Nature's Claim, of course, from Final Fantasy VI. Part of the opening of Final Fantasy VI. Summon Brynhildr, 160. That is our second Summon Brynhildr. We have our uncommons and our commons. Very nice. And last but not least, pack 30. We have a hero treasure token. Full Art Swamp. Stolen Uniform foil. Midgar, City of Mako. Borderless version. This one's 313. Normal version of Midgar is 286. That is our third Midgar. We have Choco, Seeker of Paradise. Let's see. 215. That is our third Choco. Good old Zidane, which is an uncommon. Uncommons and our commons. Very nice. Alright, well, thank you for joining me on this adventure. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff for the algorithm. It really helps us out, and I really appreciate it. And until next time, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.